Let's just keep getting better, keep stacking one practice after another.
Welcome back to Pitt Beyond the Script. Coach, you had a couple spring practices, barely that, then you come into a condensed camp. How is your team looking health-wise? Luckily, not too many injuries coming out of camp.
Yeah, I mean, so far we've been healthy. We got to stay that way, going into game week here. But we've been lucky. The 3 practices that we did have in spring ball were, advantageous to us. Really the thing that helped us, Casey, was when the NCAA gave us that summer access where we had 14 days to get in 12 practices and just got to walk through offensively and defensively. We spent so many minutes and hours and days on the Zoom calls teaching our kids different schemes and trying to get as deep as we could over Zoom, but to be able to get them on the field after all the mental preparation on the computer, I think really helped our kids, maybe take that next step.
A couple weeks ago, we thought it was Miami of Ohio. Then we weren't sure who you were playing. Now it's Austin Peay. How did that change preparations for you? It had to have been difficult.
Well, we spent a lot of time on Miami of Ohio. I mean, back when we first, this pandemic started, that was the first team we worked on. We probably spent a week and a half on the opener because we knew we had more time. To be not playing that is really wild. But then you're finding out really 2 weeks ago that you're playing Austin Peay. So now we've got to get their tape. We got to try to break them down and find out who they are personnel-wise, who they are schematically on, all 3 phases of the ball. So it's not easy. And again, like I said, our staff's done a great job of just adjusting to the sudden change.
You mentioned, they have great weapons on offense. They have a quarterback, Jeremiah Oatsvall, a veteran quarterback coming off an injury, and then running back Ryan Sneed, a great talent formerly from Ohio State now with that program. I mean, how is your defense preparing?
Well, like we do whether we're playing, the Buckeyes, we're playing Michigan, we're playing Clemson, we're going to prepare the same. They got good players. We expect and we respect our opponents every week. And again, you kind of don't know who they are. I mean, our kids know when they play Clemson what they're going to get. They know when they play Duke what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get with Austin Peay, but I believe this: they got a tough football team. They play hard. They play a great effort, kind of like a Pitt football team, and and anything can happen. So our guys got to be ready to go, and they got a ton of talent. Receiver spot, the quarterback spot, obviously, and again, they got a backfield like we do that you don't know who's going to play or who's going to be in there next.
Coach, I'm sure this team and your coaching staff is more than ready for Saturday. Just talk about how it's going to be a little bit different. No fans this year, but I know the team is hyped up.
The team is hyped up. It was a different hype last night in our team meeting out here in the indoor facility. The kids, kind of got cranked up at the end, just knowing that it's, I kind of put up and said, "Hey, Austin Peay's on the clock. Let's go. It's ready to prepare." And there was a buzz. It wasn't like normal. Okay, coach, another week. I think they're excited that we're here finally to this week.
And finally, Coach, what are you going to take away from these past couple months? You get to be back in the facility around your players. I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of thinking when you were stuck at home during those couple months.
Yeah, I should have wrote a book. I should have been taking notes every day on really what happened for the day. Maybe I should start, game 1. But there's so much happening that you can't even put it on a piece of paper. It's been wild day in and day out, and we're just going to take it one day at a time. I don't want to look back on what it was. I'm looking at what it's going to be this week, because it could still get wild, and I'm sure it's going to be a wild season.
Well, you should write the book. I would definitely read it.
Beautiful. I'll do that in my spare time.
Please do. Yeah, you have so much free time, so you can get started on that. We'll proofread it for you on the side.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.
You're my editor.
I will. I got you. Thank you, Coach. Best of luck this Saturday. And thanks to you for watching this edition of Pitt Beyond the Script.
Let's have a lot of enthusiasm out here, and let's do the details right, guys. It's all about the details. You know what to do, so put it together. It is game day. All right, let's go. ACC champs on 3. 1, 2, 3. ACC champs.